Hey guys, what's up? This is Maze, and I'm going to show you today one of my Protoss builds. And this is going to be a tutorial video because although the game has been out for about 3 weeks, I don't really feel like there are enough tutorials for basic beginners. And I always feel like that the best way for people to learn how to play an RTS is to just go in with a basic build, and then the more you play you will learn to adjust off of that. And the reason I kind of like this is because it gives you some confidence. You know what you're going to go, and I feel like if you are starting out at a lower league, if you just follow exactly what I'm doing, you will start to be able to win some more games. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of continue along with the strategy and explain to you what I like to do here. So I chrono boost at 9, send out my probe right here at 9 as well, and I keep my pylon back, and I just have enough room on the edge for so I'll be able to build buildings up here. And I send my scout out immediately at 9, and my next probe is going to be built right when I have the resources after this pylon. So pretty basic opener. And the reason that I like to send out the scout right away is so that I know, first of all, where they are. So right off the bat, I wait for 150 minerals, and at 10 probes, I go for a gateway. So I see that there's a Terran player right here. I got lucky on my first scout. Something you can do when you're harassing with Protoss is go and, you know, attack some workers and stuff. But mainly what you want to be focused on right now is working up towards your economy and start chrono boosting out some probes. So I like to go my second gateway. This is going to be a double gateway Zealot rush, and so yeah, I like to go my second gateway at around 13. So here I have kind of this nice little choke, and the reason I build my pylon back here is because the pylon is actually a pretty weak building, and it's powering all of my production, so I want to keep that back out of harm's way. So at 14 I will make a Zealot, and I will make another probe right before that. So I will start chrono boosting out because I actually don't go for another Zealot until I make my second pylon, and I power both these buildings with 2 pylons, because if someone is going to be able to snipe that out, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So yeah, pretty much what it looks like right now. I have 1 Zealot here and all the rest 16 probes here, so I'm completely maxed out, and I pretty much wait for my second gateway. And you can kind of see how I like to micro my buildings here. I keep my nexus at 0 and both of my gateways at 2, so kind of perfect timing right here. I'm able to pump out 2 Zealots immediately, and now I pump out 2 more probes and chrono boost that. And I need to build a pylon right away because I'm going to be soon supply capped. So I just kind of keep it anywhere. It could be over here if you want to start building buildings off to the side away from your opponent, so they know what you're going. And yeah, so what is effective about this build and why I love it so much is that pretty much the lower league that you are in, so let's say you're in Bronze League, the more times this is going to be effective. If you're in Bronze League, this is probably going to be effective a lot of the time, because most players at that level don't really expect a rush, and they haven't really gotten any kind of rush builds down. So if you're able to follow this build and get it down exactly how I show you, then you're already a step ahead. And it kind of just goes down from there. So Silver League, it's still going to be pretty effective. Gold League, it's going to be effective. Platinum, it still will be effective sometimes, and Diamond, even Diamond as well. So I wait for 5 Zealots, and now I have 32. And right now, I morphed in my assimilator as well, so I can start preparing for attack. Start going for my cybernetics core while I'm sending out my units here, and I like to keep my rally point out to where I'm attacking and keep pumping out Zealots. And I am supply cap right now, so yeah, just kind of little things. So here I am right now. This opponent is completely overwhelmed. Of course, I'm playing a very easy computer, but this is similarly to how it's going to look like when you are attacking a player. You're just going to have, you've invested all of your resources into this rush, and they are not really going to be able to do all that much against you. And I'm telling you right now, just try this out a couple of times. It really is effective. I even do this in my Diamond 2v2 matches a lot, going out for a rush like this, and it works out very well. So yeah, that's a pretty simple build. The player is right now said GG. I'm just going to say no because I want to keep talking. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Just a double gate up here, and follow the timing that I'm showing you, and you'll probably be able to overwhelm most of your opponents. And the times that it works especially well is when you're fighting a Zerg who goes for fast expansion. Now, many Zergs who are starting the game will be like, hey, you know, I know Zerg fast expand. I've seen tons of replays before, and that's just what I've noticed. And what's great about this build is that since the Zerg has put out so much so much of their minerals into a second expansion, you're going to be able to overwhelm them a lot, and that's even true some of the time in the Diamond League, and yeah, so it works out really well. And yeah, just trying to think if I forgot anything. Yeah, so follow this build. Like I said, I don't really feel like there are a lot of good basic tutorial builds, because I know I've talked to some people and they're like, yeah, I love these professional casts. They're so entertaining, and I wish like I could play like that someday. But all that information just kind of goes right over my head. So this is just a basic video for you guys who are looking to one up your game. You start winning some games, start boosting your confidence, and then as you see when this doesn't work, you can see how maybe you can try to change up the build a little bit, or see maybe if you can micro a little bit better, and see what else you can do with it. So yeah, hopefully this is a good starting point for people who are playing Protoss. I'm going to be giving a couple of different builds for each race, and yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you like this video, please subscribe. So stay tuned for the next episode of Maze Esports.